my phone is being weird. We're gonna try to. Oh, the tripod is not tripoding. I know Aaliyah also just went live. It's gonna have to do. All right. Welcome, welcome. We are making. Oh, look at that. Let me just crash you into my stove top. Oh my god. Why is it being so difficult? You know what? Okay. That should be up now. Alright. Sorry you can see my belly. Alright. I think you guys can hear me. I think you can at least. We are going to be making some meatloaf muffins. And these gloves are just being difficult. Now, I can't see the chat, if there is any chat. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our laptop, and I'll be right back. Welcome in if you can hear me. You're just looking at a blank stove. Alright, we're gonna make some meatloaf muffins. I know Aaliyah is also live doing a taste test on the Big Arch burger. So, if that interests you, you can go watch that. We're gonna make some meatloaf muffins. And this should be a pretty quick stream. Should be pretty quick. Alright, we are back. Alright, so we're gonna mix a whole bunch of shit together. And we're gonna put it in the muffin pan. And we're gonna bake it. And that's gonna be dinner. If I can get it out of the fridge. We are using ground beef. So I have my 93% lean ground beef that I will be opening up here. Let's go ahead and get that put in to the bowl. So I am kind of combining two recipes together. I'm using Budget Bites cheeseburger meatloaf recipe, and I'm kind of combining that with a meatloaf muffin recipe, and we are going to hope that it translates to meatloaf muffins. So we're going to put our beef in here. I'm using the leanest that I could get this time at the store, and that was 93.7. I like when I can get 96 or 97% lean, but I did my grocery order from Walmart this week when I did my delivery, and sometimes they don't have 96% lean in stock, and for some reason I am struggling to get this fucking beef out of the package. Get out! Alright, knife into the sink, wash the hands. Hey, Napa girl. That's right, I got the good cheese. Can you hear me, by the way, Napa girl? I'm gonna wash my hands. My oven is preheated. Alright. That's right, we got the good cheese. Alright, I'm going to get out my muffin pan. And I don't know how many meatloaf muffins this is going to make, to be honest. Ouch. Can you hear me? I don't know if y'all can hear me. I'll check. Let me just check. Check. Mic check. Alright, I think you can hear me. It just doesn't seem to be very loud. I can speak up a bit, if that helps. Alright. We're gonna go with that. Alright. Yes, long time no see. Alright. I don't know what it's using for my microphone. If it's using my earbud or not. It is not using my earbud. Okay, I'm back. Alright, we're going to spray my muffin tin. Yes, long time no see. It's been a whole like 10 minutes. Alright, spraying my muffin pan to get that ready. I don't know how Rosie can sit in front of her oven. It seems very uncomfortable, but okay. We have our pound of ground beef. I need a 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. Hello again. You're at work. You're going to work on art. Excellent. All right, I need a 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. I am going to use, I found these Kinder Parmesan herb panko blend breadcrumbs. We're going to use these and see how they do. I thought the Parmesan herb might taste kind of good, even though these are supposed to be burger bites. Or burger meatloaf, cheeseburger meatloaf. I need a 1/4 cup of 1/4 cup. I want to drop that almost. All right, so we're going to get our 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. Fourth cup breadcrumbs. I need a teaspoon. That's 1 teaspoon. There's a 1/2 teaspoon. Okay. I need 1 teaspoon smoked paprika. I have smoked paprika. Looks like my phone is slowly tilting. I'm going to pop the lid off. 1 teaspoon. We're going to use the half for that because it doesn't want to fit. I'm almost out of this container. Half. There's our 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. I need a half teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm going to use smoky garlic. Ouch. So I have a half teaspoon of smoky garlic powder. Need 3/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to use my mushroom salt here, not that one. I'm going to use my smoked mushroom salt. It calls for 3/4 teaspoon. So there's a half and a little bit more than a half, or a little less than a half. So we got that. Half cup of minced onion. So before I went live, I minced an onion in my blender. So a half cup of this. So there's the 1/4 cup. And that is about a half cup of minced onion. And then we need a half teaspoon of pepper. Well, I like pepper. We're just going to put in a bunch of pepper. Calls for 4 ounces of sharp cheddar, like small cubes, but I'm going to use 4 ounces of the farmhouse style shreds. They're just bigger shreds, and that's going to be half of this bag. The bag is 8 ounces. So let me get my scale. So we're going to put it on ounces. We're going to take half of this out. I did wash my hands before starting, by the way. One more ounce. A little bit more. There we go, 4 ounces of cheese. And 1 egg. One egg, and we go. And then we're going to wash our hands. Washy wash. So the recipe said this will make 8 meatloaf muffins. We'll see if we can get more out of it. But now we are going to, hey Lizzie. We're going to put on our gloves and we're going to mixy mix. Mixy mixy mix. Pull up my sleeves. I hate touching raw meat, so kitchen gloves are a must. If I can get my fingers in the glove holes. These are supposed to be large gloves. I don't really have that big of hands, do I? Maybe my hands are just really fat. No, I'm delusional. Alright, here is our pan. What are you doing, Lizzie? How you feeling? How are you feeling, girlie? Trying to get this glove on. The ends of it are wanting to roll up and not pull down. And that's the problem I'm currently having, is for some reason the end of it wants to roll up. So I'm having issues getting the end of it to not want to roll. Okay. Alright, we have our gloves on. Now we're going to mix all this shit together. Oh. Why did I think that meatloaf sounded good and I wanted to make meatloaf today? You think I would know better? That I hate to touch meat. Now, if I were making a regular meatloaf, we would just throw this into a pan, into a bread pan, and bake it. But I wanted to portion it out and make muffins, because then I can freeze them if I want to. If I don't feel like eating meatloaf like 5 days in a row. All right. We are going to get this cheese mixed in. Oh, the sound of mixing meatloaf. All right, we're gonna say that's mixed, and it said to not like compress them too much in the muffin pan, so I'm gonna try to not like compress them. I'm just gonna put like a ball, I guess, in each one. I got cheese on the stovetop. I cleaned my stovetop before we started. So it's supposed to make 8, I think. But I think we can maybe get more than 8 out of it. We'll see. Well, no, there's 4. We might get 8. Balls of meat. Just dropping it into a muffin tin. Might be too much. Try that one. That might be a little full. I don't know. For any vegetarians, I apologize. I know this probably is not appetizing to you at all. Okay, we made 9, so we have 9. All right. I'm going to put this in the sink. I take the gloves off and wash my hands again. Okay, now this goes into a 400-degree Fahrenheit oven for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. And while that is in the oven, we're going to make the glaze. So, hey Taylor, we put, I used these breadcrumbs that I found at the store, these Kinder Parmesan or breadcrumbs. So I'm making Budget Bites cheeseburger meatloaf, but I'm making it into meatloaf muffins. So breadcrumbs, I used smoked paprika, smoked garlic or smoky garlic powder, an egg, onion, some black pepper, and 4 ounces of, it calls for like tiny cubes of sharp cheddar cheese, but I used Tillamook Farmhouse. So I'm doing a muffin version of it to make it more serving size. Hold on, I need to set my, if you have a Google device, watch it. Okay. Hey Google. It's going to be a late dinner. Okay, so now we need to make our glaze to go on the meatloaf. And I don't know. Alright. This bowl should work. Just a little bowl. So since this is cheeseburger meatloaf, hold on, I need to wipe off my stovetop. I have an onion and a piece of cheese. So since this is cheeseburger meatloaf, it's going to have ketchup and it's going to have mustard in it. So, here's my little bowl. Okay, I need 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. And I need ketchup. I need Worcestershire sauce. Which I should have somewhere. There we go. There it is. Found it. All right. It's brown sugar, Worcestershire sauce, taking your dog with meatloaf. I think my mom did too. I think my mom put meatloaf in hers too. Ketchup. We are using a sugar-free ketchup. And it calls for mustard. It said yellow mustard. I don't have yellow mustard. I do have some Dijon mustard. So we're going to use Dijon mustard. Alright, so let's make this glaze. What do I need? I need half a cup of ketchup. So where is my half cup? That is a half cup. half cup of ketchup. I don't use ketchup, so come on. If I might have to make some sloppy joe this week, this coming week, and then that will let me use the ketchup. Because ketchup is used in my sloppy joe recipe, and I do have ground beef. I usually make ground turkey sloppy joe, but since I have ground beef, I'll use it instead. Okay, so half a cup of our ketchup going in the bowl. Sugar-free ketchup, so it's a little bit better than using, you know, the sugary ketchup. I'm not a ketchup fiend like somebody we know. Ah, I got ketchup on my stovetop. Wipe that off. I need 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Why is my brown sugar so hard? And I need to loosen up my brown sugar. Oh, my poor brown sugar must have gotten moisture in it. There's half a tablespoon. Don't judge my brown sugar. Don't judge my poor brown sugar. There's another half tablespoon. Oh, my poor brown sugar. I'm gonna have to put like some rice in it or something, or a little pack of rice. One teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. So this is my teaspoon. 1 teaspoon. And we're just going to squirt in the mustard. About a teaspoon of mustard. That's about a teaspoon. And we're going to just mix this up. Smells like ketchup. Now this was coarse ground Dijon mustard, so that's why it looks a little chunky, because it was coarse. All right, so that is going. I'm going to put our mustard and ketchup in the fridge. Gonna wipe off my stovetop again. Because I got ketchup on it. And I got brown sugar on it. We're going to wipe it off. And now we wait. We wait to take our muffins out, so we can put the glaze on them. We We have 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. Oh, how are you all today? I hope you are having a good day. I know Billy is also streaming, so we're just waiting for our muffins. Pardon my belly sticking out there. Put our spices away. I put that in the wrong spot. Why is my cumin out? Cumin's supposed to be in here. Can I get it back there? Yes, my cumin goes there. My little divider has fallen over. That goes there. This goes back in my pantry. I'm going to walk across the room. Put that away. I haven't put this in to my chronometer to get calorie information, but using the sugar-free ketchup will really help the calorie count for the glaze on these. And also divide it into 9 instead of 8. So that will help the calorie a little bit too. So let those bake. This is pretty quick to make. I didn't feel like, making mashed potatoes from scratch and all that, because I don't have the time nor the energy. So we are going to be having market side microwavable potatoes, mashed potatoes, because again, I'm not making potatoes from scratch. And we will have some broccoli and cheese sauce. The entire bag of this is 110 calories. The cheese sauce is pretty light, so that's going to be the dinner once we get the meatloaf done. We'll see how it goes. Y'all can see my leaf blower over in the corner. I got a leaf blower over there. I hear a helicopter. There's a helicopter overhead. So we are close-ish to a hospital, and we're also close-ish to an airport, about 20 miles from an airport, a small airport. So there's that. I'm going to get my brush ready so we can put the glaze on the meatloaf. I'm going to take dishes out of the dishwasher. It has water still on it because it just captured water because it had a lip on it. So with that one, I'm going to dry the bottom of this bowl so I can put it in the cupboard. changed my cabinets the other day because I wanted to replace my black kind of plastic storage containers for food, for leftovers, with some glass ones. Because then I can also put the glass ones in the freezer if I need to store leftovers in the freezer, like perhaps some meatloaf. All right, a few more minutes. We can take that out of the oven and put the glaze on it. Just emptying my dishwasher so I can put these other dishes in it. And we can do our dishes. All right. These here. Go there. Big old knife goes down there. Couple of small measuring spoons. I have pull-out things here for lids. Hey, Lizzie. We'll see how it turns out. We'll put our glaze on, and then we need to stick it back in the oven for 10 more minutes. 10 or 15 more minutes. So when my alarm goes off, we need to take it and put the glaze on it. So it'll be just a few minutes. Have a runny nose, as usual. And my shoe was untied. How are your pierogies, Lizzie? I hope your pierogies were yummy. Sorry, I was checking my volume there. A few more minutes. And we can take, I think, one more minute. My alarm's gonna go off. All right, alarm, go off here in a second. What a long day of streaming. I didn't mean to stream for 5 hours. But the chat is so much more interesting than Rosie. I need to get these other shelves hung up in my living room so I can rearrange a few things. I need to straighten up some things on the wall. Tilted. Why isn't my alarm going off? It should be going off. Maybe one more minute. There it goes. Hey Google. So we are going to take our muffins out of the oven. Hey Sammy. Don't worry about being late. You're fine. It didn't take very long to throw together. But now we need to glaze. We need to glaze our meatloaf. So we're going to a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, and then we'll add more as needed. That's going to be a small one. A little bit there. I don't know how these are going to turn out. I really don't. But we shall see. So apparently I did not divide them very evenly, but we're supposed to use all of the glaze. So we are going to use all of the glaze. And we're going to make sure the bigger ones get more of the glaze. So it called for yellow mustard on the glaze, but I used a coarse ground Dijon mustard. So that's why you're seeing some yellow specks, because of the coarse ground Dijon mustard. So, all right. Now this goes back into the oven for 10 to 15 minutes. So we're gonna go probably on the high end and say 15. Let me set my timer. Hey Google. All right, set it for 13 and we'll check them and see how they're doing. Hey, no, don't worry about being late, y'all. Hey, CCB. You broke your food processor? Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not good. Why can't I see any chat? Oh, is that it? Oh, man. That really sucks. I'm sorry, Chris. You need a new one tomorrow. I now cannot live without one. I use it almost every day. Yeah, I just use mine to mince up some onion really fine. Yeah, it's not cheap. Yeah, I just throwing the meatloaf together didn't take very long. So it I'm gonna see if I can raise this up without tipping everything over. And I don't know if we can. See if that doesn't fall over. So yeah, we got about 13 minutes till it comes out of the oven. And then I'm not making mashed potatoes from scratch. I'm being lazy. I have microwave mashed potatoes. So, because I like mashed potatoes with meatloaf, but I was not going to make mashed potatoes from scratch. And I have a bag of steamable broccoli and cheese, cheesy broccoli. 110 calories for the whole bag. I'll probably eat the whole bag. Typically, whenever I heat up a bag of frozen vegetables, I eat the entire bag. So, it's 2 servings anyway. So that's going to be. So we'll have some meatloaf muffins, some mashed potatoes, and a giant bag of broccoli. And go ahead and leave that out. It's not going to thaw. So. Whew. I got the broccoli at Schnucks. So it was not the typical bag of broccoli that I usually get. I usually get a regular bag with just some seasoning on it from Walmart. But Schnucks didn't have those. So we get what we get and we don't throw a fit. So some meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and broccoli. Hey, Chocolate Cake Queef, how you doing? How are you? Hello, Nikki. How are you? My meatloaf's in the oven. So we're just waiting for it to cook. Put the glaze on it and all that jazz. My nose is so runny, which is nothing unusual. I really need to go see an ENT specialist and see about getting the polyps removed from my sinus cavities. I know, that's totally sexy. Yeah, I made little cheeseburger meatloaf, the Budget Bites cheeseburger meatloaf recipe, but I put it into muffins. Be safe, Nikki. Be safe. Everything keeps making you hungry. Is that fruit? That's because Ilya ate a cheeseburger or a burger. I'm gonna have to watch Ilya's. Gonna have to watch his big arch review. So, I think that burger has like 1,300 calories or something, or like 1,200 calories. I'm like, Jesus. It has a lot. It has a lot. So, I already showed a couple people, but with my meatloaf, I'm going to be having some steamed cheesy broccoli, and I'm just microwaving some mashed potatoes because I'm not making potatoes from scratch. The Big Arch was your favorite? We've never had the Big Arch in the US. This is new for us in America. We've never had this one before. It's a new Mickey D's burger. It is brand new. So, I don't even know what it is. Is it like a Big Mac? Does it have like multiple patties and buns or something? It's been there about 2 years. Yeah, there's always different things in other countries. Usually it tastes better too in other countries. We would go to McDonald's in South Korea if we'd been out drinking. We would go to McDonald's after being out drinking. 2 quarter-pound patties. 2 patties, no extra bun, 3 slices of cheese, and a special sauce. Did I see the clip? I did. Didn't he like barely take a bite of like the edge of it? That was funny. Whereas the Wendy's CEO was in the kitchen using all the stuff in the kitchen, making the appliance, and took a giant bite of the burger from Wendy's. I will say, I do like a little McDonald's cheeseburger, and I do like a quarter pounder with cheese. They used to have. Hey, Jenny Lenny, I hope you slept well. We're good. McDonald's used to have a burger that had a really peppery like slice of bacon on top of it, on the top of it. I forget what it was called, but it was pretty tasty. That's been a long time. 20 years since they had that. Are you still at the cabin, Jenny? Are you still relaxing? Go get in the hot tub. Go get in that hot tub. Yeah, the McDonald's CEO did not look happy. Let's see who they had. They had McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, and somebody else. Yes, I wouldn't get out. I can get in a hot tub if there are like ledges along the side that I can sit on. Because if I have to sit on like the bottom, like the ground of it, I can't get back up because of my wrist and my hands and my bad knees. I'm just a mess, y'all. I'm a mess. I'm gonna turn my oven light on. And look. Hopefully this doesn't end up greasy. I used very lean meat. So, looked like he might be a really healthy eater though. He was skinny. Well, you can eat McDonald's and be skinny. I'm gonna have to watch your vlog tonight, Chris. Who hired a skinny CEO? Well, he's probably been with the company a while, right? If he's at the CEO level, he probably makes decent money. So he's able to eat healthier at home. Whereas, like, the people that work for McDonald's don't make a lot and have to eat McDonald's. Although McDonald's is getting just as expensive. Don't apologize for a long vlog. Never apologize for a long vlog. I just streamed for almost 5.5 hours, Chris. Don't you apologize for a vlog that might be, what, 20 minutes, 30 minutes? I haven't looked to see how long it is yet. So. I regularly watch or listen to vlogs that are, 25, 30 minutes. It's an hour. Even better. I'm sure you cover lots of stuff. So. I shall have to listen to it and watch it. I'll pull it up while I'm eating dinner. And then maybe finish it while I'm doing some work. Ooh. I might work on my Lego tonight. Finish my Lego wreath tonight. And then just work tomorrow. That might be the plan. Because I did not mean to stream for 5 hours today. I got nothing done. I need to start setting a timer for my streams. Like, I cannot stream longer than 2.5 hours, 3 hours. But I want to acknowledge people in the chat, Yeah, thanks for coming in, Chris. I know that you don't want to watch Rosie content, so I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming into the stream today. And thank you so much for gifting memberships, you and Britt both. You guys are both super sweet. I appreciate you. It's been good spending the day with you. I've been here a minute. You have been here a long time. You've been here all day, Chocolate Cake Queen. I don't know how you all can listen to me and spend that much time with me. I don't like spending that much time with myself. So, but yeah, you get in that hot tub. Are you going to stream from the hot tub, Jenny? I'm actually entertaining. Well, thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. I don't think I am. It's like talking to your next door neighbor. I am your next door neighbor, just a few states away. Well, a country. My alarm's going off. Let me turn my light back on. You can come over and borrow a cup of sugar anytime. Hey, Google. That's what I thought, bitch. Tell you to stop once, I mean stop. Right, I'm over there fighting with Google. You been feeling sick today? That's not good. You didn't know where the sugar was, girl? Don't be embarrassed by that. It's usually in the baking section. But sometimes I can't find things in the store either. Okay, please don't fall over. Please don't fall over. Oh my god, don't fall over. I always have to ask where shit is. Although what I can do at my local grocery store is I pull up my app. For my local grocery store is Schnucks. In the Schnucks app, I can pull up and I can search for my item. And then I can go to the aisle. And then I can tell it to flash the tag on the shelf. And the tag on the shelf, there's a red light that'll flash. And I can find the item. I hope you're feeling better. All right, these should be done. I would get blasted by heat in the face. They are very bubbly. I think it's the ketchup. Those are our Meatloaf muffins. That one got a little tiny. I have a silicone muffin pan. So, I don't know how those look to you guys on the camera. But it's a meatloaf muffin. Let's cut one in half and see what it looks like. And I hope it's not dry. It shouldn't be dry. Alright. I have to make my sides too. Let me turn that off. Let me get this. There's ketchup on top, like the ketchup glaze, but it's a cheeseburger meatloaf. There's a cheeseburger meatloaf recipe, so there's cheese in the meatloaf. So, I think the glaze should have gotten a bit more glazy on it. Maybe should have baked in a bit more. I don't know. Still pretty ketchupy. We'll see. Get some of the glaze, I don't know. Make sure they're done inside. Yes, they are done inside. I mean, it's a little ball of meat. And it's basically what it is. And like cheese and spices and seasoning. So, that is, I'll probably have 2 for dinner. So, I think more of the glaze is in my pan than is in on my meatloaf. But with that, we're going to be making some veggies. 6.5 minutes. That'll give that time to cool a little bit. This side up. We're just going to steam a bag of veggies. I'm going to eat the whole damn thing too. I'm going to eat that whole bag of veggies. You're welcome to have one. Eat all of them. Did I say hi when you came in, by the way? Oh my God, welcome in. Yeah, I'm going to eat the whole bag of broccoli. I will eat the whole bag of broccoli. And I will have just a serving of the mashed potatoes. So there's 5 servings of this. So I'll have like half a cup of mashed potatoes to go with the muffins. The rest of these will get portioned out with mashed potatoes because I bought new containers for leftovers, and I have some that have partitions, so I can put them in there. So now I don't know how many calories are in these yet, so I haven't put it in my chronometer yet. So that is that. Yeah, I had a bunch of plastic containers, but I replaced them with glass ones. So we're using those instead. Puncture the film and microwave on high, 3 minutes. Stir. Okay, let me puncture my film. It's been punctured. So that is. Well, I won't keep you all here any longer. I said that really weird. I mean, you all are just seeing my belly sticking out there on camera. I am so sorry. Let me suck it in. Alright, that's not much better, but there we go. Alright. I'm gonna heat up my mashed potatoes and my broccoli. We're gonna try this out, see what it tastes like. Hopefully it's good. I have to have mashed potatoes with meatloaf though. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for making dinner with me. I'm just going to heat up the potatoes and broccoli and that's it. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night or day wherever you happen to be. Until next time, be safe and take care. Thank you, Chris.